Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VoV podcast, Voices of Vic. Today I'm here with an athletic beauty, Andy Whitton. How's welding treated you?
It's treated me pretty good. It's pretty taxing on the body, but gotta do what you gotta do. The heat's tough. In the cold, you can work hard. You get hot, you get sweaty, you take a little bit off. You cool down. In the heat, there's no cooling down.
Straight out of high school, you for a while went and lived in Oshawa with a different family to play for the Generals.
Beating up your body is one thing in like what I do, but like literally having to go out there and beat the living shit out of your body every single day. It's so much, like it's physically and mentally exhausting.
So you think playing hockey for the Generals was more physically exhausting than being a welder is?
Oh my goodness, like by a mile. I honestly can say I was in the best shape of my life then. I was like 215.
How tall are you? 6'3"?
6'4".
6'4".
No, but I was 215 and I wasn't fat at all.
Yeah. Like what do you think about university?
You need to have a plan. Like if you're just gonna go to university and then like kind of figure it out, like yeah, that could work. But like what if you go 4 years, whatever, a lot of money, don't even end up using your degree? Like that would stink. Or even worse, like fail and shit and like just stink it up.
Being the younger brother, what's it like? Did you get your ass kicked?
Definitely got my ass kicked a few times. Probably deserved it a few times. I don't know if you can see this. I have a scar on my forehead.
I see it.
I got absolutely munched into like the corner of a wall by my brother.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know. I was like 4.
4 years old.
I got destroyed. That's like probably one of my earliest memories ever.
Yeah.
And I bet you that's why, because I don't remember nothing before that. She's working? Or not?
Yeah.
You're chilling. All right, beautiful.
Hello. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VoV podcast, Voices of Vic. Today I'm here with an athletic beauty, Andy Whitton. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we've got 2 out of 4 collected of the graduating class from Quatre-Rivières finally on the podcast. Nick and Seb have yet to come on, but maybe we can collect them all like Thanos.
Yeah, we got to do that. Have you invited them?
I've invited both of them. So Nick's in New Brunswick right now.
Oh, right.
And then I think he's going to Montreal afterwards. But, and Seb, I think Seb's in Montreal still. But
Oh, is he still trying to be a pilot? Do you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'll ask him when he's on his episode. But yeah, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, man.
How's your summer been?
Good.
Yeah.
A lot of just working, sweating it out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. A lot of golf.
How's welding treated you?
It's treated me pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty taxing on the body, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
It's definitely fun. Like, maybe not so much fun. It's more rewarding after you fix something that used to be, or can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good. Yeah, something that used to be mangled, and then
Yeah.
you can like make it all, maybe not pretty, but you can make it look a little bit better than it did, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a respectable path, I would say, because even in these last 3 years, I'm going into my last year of university finally. I make a point, I try to even make a point talking to other students, is that this is an easier path than a lot of people take, because going to the library and sitting down in your warm hoodie with your notebook compared to getting out there, whether it's extremely hot temperature or cold, you're out there welding, you're actually doing the hard physical labor. So is there anything that, like, have you gotten used to it now, or is it still just like you're going in day after day? Like, is it a grind?
Like, it's definitely a grind, but you get used to the weather.
Yeah.
Like, soon it's going to start getting cold. Like, I know it's still summer, and that's crazy to say that, but
yeah,
like once it starts getting cold, then it's like everything just sucks to work on. But you get used to it after like a week or two, and then you're fine. You just wear a ton of clothes and whatever. But the heat's tough.
Yeah.
Because like in the cold, you can work hard. You get hot, you get sweaty, you take a little bit off.
Yeah.
You cool down. In the heat, there's no cooling down.
Yeah.
Especially when you're welding too, you need full everything, like respirator, all that kind of stuff. Well, you don't need that, but you should wear that.
Do you wear that?
I don't wear the respirator. I'm not gonna lie, but I do wear. I wear a particle mask.
Yeah.
Kind of does, it stops the particles. It doesn't stop the smoke and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm outside though, so like the wind's blowing it away and stuff, so I'm all right. But
There you go. Is this, if you had to choose like an ideal path, would you rather be this kind of like hard job, kind of just like physically taxing life that you're currently living, or the laptop I call them the laptop class who can work from home, but like it's not as rough on the body for them, but it's also, as you said, it's rewarding to be a welder. It's also less rewarding, I bet, like, because you don't get respect as a laptop guy sitting there at home drinking your fucking tea in your pajamas. You know what I mean? Whereas you, I would like to think, I would say your job, the people that are in welding and construction and that kind of thing, the tradesmen, deserve more respect, but do they actually get more respect? What do you think?
One thing I do want to say, I'll get back to what you just asked me, but sitting on a laptop all day though, that's pretty hard on your body too.
In what way?
In a way where
The brain?
maybe not the brain, but like even just your body. The more you sit still, like the faster you're gonna die. Like
Good point.
I swear to God, like sitting down for your job like takes years off your life for sure.
That's a good point.
I'm not saying that what I do doesn't take years off my life.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
surely it does. I mean, I'm breathing in paint and like nasty fumes and all that other kind of shit.
Yeah.
But to get to the respect thing, I don't know. Who cares about other people's respect?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I say that until someone disrespects me. Then I get all pissed. But no, I don't know. Yeah, I
Doesn't
don't know
matter.
if I.
You don't think about that.
No, honestly, I really don't.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll get more into it. That's a topic I do want to get into a little bit deeper later. But I also wanted to talk about your path straight out of high school, because I talked to Nico. Nico's path out of high school, became a carpenter. You, for a while, went and lived in Oshawa with a different family to play for the Generals. And that's an experience that I'm not exactly sure how you look back on it now. Like, do you look back on it overall in a positive light, in a negative light? What did you learn? What were the highs and lows? I think we should go through that a bit, because that's very interesting. I guess, how long was it? Like a year, 2 years, 3 years of your life?
Yeah, it was about. Well, I mean, I guess if you count COVID,
Yeah.
where I was kind of just like waiting around, like when is this gonna start?
That's tough too, yeah.
But so I guess if you count that, it'd be like 2.5 years. But it was more realistically like 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say, looking back at it after now, I would say it's probably a positive thing. Like, obviously, whatever happened didn't work out for me, but obviously it wasn't meant to be, or, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But no, I made a few friends and learned a few things. And I definitely learned that beating up your body is one thing in like what I do, but like literally having to go out there and like beat the living shit out of your body every single day. Like, even if you're not in the gym that early in the morning, like every single day though, like cranking like hard shit and
Yep.
skating every single day, like it's so much. Like it's physically and mentally exhausting.
So you think playing hockey for the Generals was more physically exhausting than being a welder is?
Oh my goodness, like by a mile.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By a mile, for
Interesting.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Not to say that what I do isn't like physically exhausting.
No, obviously.
Some of it is, but there's also a lot of like downtime where I'm just doing like menial tasks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're there, like it's everyday thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's crazy. When did it all start? When did you actually move? And was that like a mindset shift for you? Because I know for me, moving away from here to go to school, that's one thing. What was the experience like for sports though? I'd have to think it's a bit different than school. And how'd you get what was the process of even choosing a family to live with? Because that's also something that's interesting.
So I didn't really choose a family.
Okay.
Like a family was kind of chosen for me. Well,
Okay.
not kind of. It was
Yeah.
chosen for me.
Completely. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
So I want to say it was like the 3rd or 4th day of training camp.
Yeah.
And usually if you make it that far, you might make the team, or you might be, like a sub. Maybe not a sub, but like a call-up, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'd done pretty good up until then. Like I had one game where I had a couple of rips. Not a huge deal or anything.
Yeah.
After like the 3rd day camp, basically just went in after one of the scrimmages. And they said, yeah, like, we don't really know what we're going to do with you yet, but we'll send you home to a billet.
Yep.
That's what they're called. And because I was staying at the hotel, like right next to the rink. So I basically my dad drove me. We followed one of the coaches to, it was like 20 minutes away. It was like way too far anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just pulled up and just Yeah, there you go. That's it. Like,
What are some of the things that, like, because everyone can see the games, everyone can see, the stat sheet and everything, but like behind the scenes, if someone, whether it's a young hockey player now or even just someone who's interested in kind of what goes on, what are some things that like don't really get shown out to the fans or the viewers of like just the work that goes into it? Obviously you said early morning workouts, but I'm sure there's a little bit more like in terms of either just on ice practice training, but also just off the ice. Like, what are you expected to do? What's your workload, I guess, because it is kind of a full-time thing.
okay. So do you want me to like explain what a day looked like?
Sure.
So if you were one of the older guys, which I was, like not going to high school, you get there 8:00, but you actually get there like 7:50 minimum, or you get in shit because if you're not early, you're late.
Yeah.
So learn that the hard way. And then, you go into whatever. I would always get there a little bit before that, go in, eat a bit of breakfast.
Yeah.
And then I think it was usually 8:30 or so would be first workout.
No.
So it'd usually just be like nothing too crazy, a little warm up, like bit of weight, nothing too serious, depending on what day of the week it was.
Yeah.
And then after that, it would be like, so say that was like an hour. Then we'd have like half an hour. So then you're on the ice, just like skill. So it'd only be like 10 or so guys on the ice, and like a instructor or whatever, not instructor, coach, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And do that for an hour or so, like just skill stuff, whatever, skating. And then by the time then you'd have like a bit of time off, so you kind of do whatever you wanted. Some guys would go get like treatment for injury, whatever, go in the cold tub, whatever.
Yeah.
Or you go play pool in the lounge. That was pretty nice.
Nice.
But yeah, then by about 12 or so, the high school guys would get there, and then 12:30 I think was when we started like team practice, and that was usually, they would always be like, all right boys, only an hour and a half today, won't be too bad. 2.5 hours later, we're like, you're like looking at the clock, it's like, oh my god,
Unreal.
like you're just gassed out there.
Yeah.
But then after that, a little cool down, maybe like stretch, something like that, and food, and then probably go home.
Yeah.
But
that is intense. And this is what I remember making these Fortnite videos. There's one of the parts where Nico is freaking out. He's like, how are you supposed to work out and practice for hours in the morning and then be expected to perform on the ice later at night? And Nick goes, he's like, you're supposed to be fit, but Andy's obviously not. Asshole. Anyways, no, that is taxing. What does downtime look like there? Because who are you spending it with? Because obviously you're not with your family. Oshawa's what? How long of a drive is Oshawa from here? 3 hours?
If I did it really quick, it was like
maybe not
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Like if I did it really quick.
Yeah.
But if there was traffic, like you're 3 hours, no problem.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously you're not spending time with your family. Are you spending time with your team? Is it mainly with your billet family? Or are you just kind of doing your own thing? Or are you playing video games? What are you doing?
A little bit of a lot of that. So I was lucky enough to have like one of the boys with me. Like we lived in the same billet house.
Oh, really? Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So we were close, and we'd usually just play pool, or like they had. Have you ever been to Pro Hockey Life?
Yep.
Do you know the shooting machine?
Yeah, I can picture. Yeah.
They had one of those.
Nice.
So we'd go in there, and like you can get like a high score and shit, right? So everyone's trying to beat the high score. Anyway, you could like play against each other and shit, so we do that, whatever. Pool, nice. Ping pong. Yeah, mostly that. Or if you like were injured or whatever, you would, probably do some like rehab, or like, I don't even know, maybe some therapy or something.
Did you struggle with any injuries?
I had like lingering injuries.
Yeah.
But never
nothing to like put you out.
No, I never missed a game due to injury.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Got it.
If that tells you anything.
Yeah, I could get it. How common was that? Was that like something that a lot of the boys were out with injuries for?
Oh my God, yeah. Like,
I'm starting to think that like the OHLs, like maybe just the whole CHL, that is just like a kind of a big meat grinder to make it so that like not everyone makes it to the big leagues. It's like, we're going to try to fuck up all of these kids and we'll see who comes out alive.
Well, I don't know about that. That might be down a
bit
rabbit
dramatic.
hole a little bit. Yeah, but definitely it's very taxing. I would say the mental side is like pretty. I would say it's worse almost.
Oh, really?
I don't know, because like you said though, you're not with your family. You're in a different house, whatever.
Yeah.
And say you like are sucking, like say you suck and you're not getting played, like and your whole life, like you grew up and you played and like you were the man on your team. Maybe not the man, but you were like pretty good on your team for sure. Yeah. Like you weren't a bottom feeder on your team, no way.
Of course.
So like then when you get there, you know, you're fourth line, third line, whatever, if you suck. And you're watching your teammates play and it's hard. Like yeah, it's definitely hard.
Yeah.
It's humbling.
I bet. So, okay. So in between your first and second season, you're back here, right? Yep. You're back in Orangeville. What's the mentality going from year 1 to year 2? Like, what is your family telling you? What are you thinking in terms, because you're definitely still on the ice in the summer. I'm thinking you're still keeping up training. You're still, pushing your body, even though there's not that coach screaming in your ear. You're still making sure, like, I want to succeed next year. I can't completely let go. So what's the mentality there? Because like, I'm even surprised that you just kind of gave a pretty clear picture of how intense the physical is, but you're saying the mental's worse. So I'm thinking between seasons, what's the mental side like?
For the first couple weeks, you get to just like take it easy.
Yeah.
Like you don't, like for like 2 weeks probably, I didn't touch a single weight. I didn't do nothing, to be honest. I just laid around and shit. But after that, then it was go time. Like, it was like, I need to get in the best shape possible. Yeah. And I honestly can say I was in the best shape of my life then.
Wow.
For sure. I was like 215.
Wow.
I was thick.
How tall are you? 6'3"?
6'4".
6'4". Just so I don't know if you're going to see that on camera, but this guy's a giant.
No, but I was 215 and I wasn't fat at all.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, I had good cardiovascular. Like I feel like a lot of times that would hold me back a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was doing good there. But I like after the season's done, you have an exit interview, and my exit interview was not exactly what I was hoping to hear. They basically said, if you don't, show up to camp with something to show, then you're going home, basically, right? And so yeah, that kind of put my ass in gear, and yeah.
Wild. Now you're playing for the Orangeville Blitz, which is, my uncle is some sort of management position for the Aaron Outlaws, which I think is the same league as you. Is that right? Do you play against the Aaron Outlaws? Do you even know who that team is?
I do know who that team is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a different league though.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's so close, I'm pretty sure it's a different league.
Never mind then.
But I think they like have something to do with one another. Like, I think the team that was in Orangeville went to Aaron or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, something like that. But
maybe.
No, I don't think they're in the same league though.
Okay, never mind then. That was my mistake. What's that been like? Is that just kind of like, so you're out there still playing? Like I'm still playing in school, not for the varsity team. I'm pretty ass, but I'm playing intramurals. So I don't want to let go of the game. Even when I graduate from university, I want to still find a way to play. Is that kind of what this is for you, or is this more like serious too?
Like it is and it isn't. Like it, sometimes you need a little bit of, competition. Like, you know what I mean? When you grow up every day, every single summer, like everything is just always, trying to get better, trying to beat somebody else, like whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you stop. And then I was playing beer league, but that's like not exactly competitive. Like it is a little bit, but it's not like super, super competitive.
Yeah.
And then I got offered a few times to play, and I didn't really want it at first. I was like, meh. And then I just said, it, and I just did it.
Nice.
And then I've been having fun. And
How many games is that? How many games a season? How intense is it?
it's not that intense.
It's chill, right?
But like, it's kind of funny because there'll be like 40-year-old men, like they're like wife and kids in the stands.
How's it
And
going?
wife and kids in the stands, and they're like out there like grinding in the corners and stuff.
Yeah.
And like really getting after it. And
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
That's funny. We have that in my league too. We have a team, dentistry.
Okay.
It's a bunch of older guys playing against like 19-year-old kids, but wife and kids in the stand. This is like this is like house league, like lower level than house league even. Anyone can join, but they take it seriously. Dentist. Shout out to dentistry. They have all matching hockey bags too. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They take it. Hey, dentists make a lot of money.
they do. Yeah.
They can spend it on a new bag.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's sweet. I want to talk to you a bit more about school in general, because this is a university-centered podcast, and I'm interested to hear your opinion on it, because your route is more unique, even though like I consider your path not so unique. Like I don't think it's crazy to not go to university. Obviously, Nico decided to go through the path of carpentry, and in 2024 especially, I think most of the people who are confused and lost go to university. That's the path, in my opinion. Some people think
You got to meet some of the people I work with then.
sorry.
You got to meet some of the people I work with.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm just kidding, but I do work with some meatheads though.
that's fair. But I study with some meatheads as well.
All right, well,
My meatheads have blue hair, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, that's true. There's no blue hair where I'm at.
Yeah. But no, I'm interested to hear like what do you think about university? What was your thought process on it? Like, did you consider applying to some places when you're in grade 12? Like,
Not even a sniff.
No.
Not even a sniff. But not because I think that university is a scam, even though it is for some things, like depending on what you take, like some stuff, like
Lesbian dance theory.
like that's a scam. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but you need to have a plan. Like if you're just gonna go to university and then like kind of figure it out, like yeah, that could work. But like, what if you go 4 years, whatever, a lot of money, don't get what you want out of it, don't even end up using your degree? Like that would stink. Or even worse, like fail and shit, and like just stink it up and just waste a bunch of money and time. And
100%.
but if you go in there and you're dedicated and you want it and you're in the right field or whatever you want to call it for you, then I think it's a good thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The whole student loan system is crazy to me, because I heard someone else's opinion on this, but if you had an 18-year-old kid go to a bank and say, I want to start this business, here's the whole plan, I am going to do marketing like this, I'm going to do sales like this is going to be my team, he's got these skills, I've had these skills, lay it all out, they would not give some high school graduate kid how much, like $25,000 to $50,000 to start his business. No, they're not doing that. But if that same kid came in and said, I don't know what I want to study, I don't know what I want to go into for a career, but I just got accepted to U of T, or I just got accepted to University of Waterloo, can I have $25,000 to $50,000, please, bank, so I can afford to go to the school? Of course, yeah, take it, 100%. They just throw it at you. It's weird, because these people would know, like you said, if you have a plan, students who go into U of T or going to a different university with a plan, respect. Obviously, if the plan is intended to benefit the world with a useful degree, right? With something important like medicine or law or engineering, that kind of thing. But if you decide not to, if you decide to go in your own path and lay out your plan, but it doesn't seem to fit into the institution of post-secondary college, nobody's giving you the money for that, which is kind of suspicious, kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And like we just said, some of those classes are fucking bogus.
Yeah.
Like like gender studies and like all that kind of
Literally.
shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm an economics student. I took astronomy this year.
Oh, wait, hold on. Don't even get me started on that shit.
What?
Like,
you don't like astronomy?
No. Astronomy is sick, but the whole deal where like, hey, you want to be, I don't know what you want to be, but you're taking economics.
Yeah.
So you wanna be something to do with a fucking whatever that is, right? Like, I don't really know exactly what that is, to be honest.
The economy. Yeah.
No, I understand that, but I don't know what that gets you for a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so, but like you just said, now you're looking at fucking stars.
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with trying to get the job done?
It's crazy.
Like, my girlfriend, wants to become a dentist, and what was she taking? She was taking like anyway, like shit that's just literally got nothing to do with what she's doing. Like, it literally makes no sense. Like, they're just like buying time.
Literally.
Like, it's stupid.
Yeah. No, it makes no sense. University, if everyone had their plan, which is, I could understand the point for saying it's difficult to have your plan at 17 years old going into university.
Definitely.
Fair. I get it. But there's no need for university to be 4 years. Like, you could bump that down to 3. Absolutely.
Definitely. But also, like, imagine the quality of, like, say, lawyer, if the only thing you did for 3 years was fucking law. Instead, you're looking at the stars and fucking talking about, whatever gay shit, like this, like you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're
all
saying.
those
It's
stupid
true.
like classes get you to talk about your feelings and all that kind of shit.
Exactly. Absolutely. I shit you not. I had a friend named Krishna. Shout out to Krishna. Episode 35. That's another weird thing. I have a weird trait where I know I can match all the guests with their episode numbers.
Really?
I spend so much damn time with it. But anyways, no, shout out to Krishna. He took an astronomy class, and one of the assignments that was worth marks, not like just like do this if you're interested, like can you get a grade for this, was to take a picture of the moon. Full stop. That's
it. That's it?
That's it.
Damn.
Take a picture of the moon, submit that. He's studying economics too. He's not going into astronomy. He's the same as me. It's crazy. And another that also, you would think that like, okay, astronomy, maybe it's like an elective if you want to go do that for fun. I'm sure it won't be that big of a class. It was, I think, 1,200 students in this class. 1,200 students in astronomy. I guarantee.
In one fucking classroom? Or not classroom, but like one like auditorium or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because like you would think, okay, U of T, University of Toronto, maybe we are trying to train up some astronauts. Okay, who knows? How many astronauts do we want to have? Definitely not 1,200. How many are actually probably going to get out? Okay, maybe let's say one astronaut even
Max.
per year max.
Max.
Right? Then you think, okay, if we want to get one astronaut per year out of U of T, maybe we should, give a space for like 50 of them to study astronomy, and maybe one out of that will go and become an astronaut. Sure. 1,200. Most of these motherfuckers take this course as, they call it a bird course. Okay. Now there's two, I don't know exactly why they call it a bird course. There's two explanations I've heard. One, because it's so easy, you just fly through it like a bird. Or two, because it's so easy that even birds can pass like chicks, girls.
Oh damn,
So,
that's I like
that's the
second one
sexist
better.
explanation, yeah. But anyways, it's insane that there's that much space for kids to just go waste their time and money, and it's gotten to a point these classes are worth like $500 each.
Yeah, that's wild.
So,
and also, like, don't profs make a lot of money? Like, taking someone's getting paid like so much more than like your parents or like whoever's parents to teach you about stars, and like you don't even care about stars, you care about the economy and whatever else, right?
it's wild. And you're forced to take these classes. I wasn't forced to take astronomy, but I'm forced to take extra courses. They call them breadth requirements. So you have to have a certain number of courses within 5 different categories. There's like one that's like arts, and it's like this is a requirement to get your degree. If I went and I did 4 years, not even 3 years, 4 years of only economics, I wouldn't graduate, which is insane. It seems crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Well, they want you to be well-rounded.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't know anyone who's like very, very like how do I say it? Like really good at something, and they're like really great at something else too. Like you're never great at like 2 or 3 things. Like no shot. Like pour your heart into something that you really care about, and then you're good at. Like if you're not good at it, then what's the point of doing it?
Absolutely. 100%. And you look at like the best people in the world within any single industry, like they all have honed in 100% focused, not even 100% focused on just doing this one thing, but like a lot of the times the best of the best have to sacrifice even like the most essential basics of like family life and relationships and going out and having fun. It's not even like, forget a second career, forget a second like path of wanting to be an economist and an astronomer. Like they are giving up so much other like valuable parts of their lives to become the best astronomer or the best economist. You have to be, it's jack of all trades. You can't be jack of all trades.
No, no one is.
So
you're either really good at something or you're really crummy at everything.
right. What importance, do you want to have kids when you're older?
Sorry?
Do you want to have kids?
Kids, absolutely.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
If you had two boys, being the younger brother, like what are the different aspects of growing up as the older brother, who I'd say the older brother takes on kind of more of the responsibility in some cases and kind of like is the first trial. So they're experimented with like certain ways. What works we'll do with the second kid, what doesn't work maybe not. But whereas the younger brother, it's like, I don't know, obviously I don't know that experience, but maybe you could just tell me like what are some things that you've taken from being the younger brother? Like, do you watch how Kyle is and try to imitate that? Like, what's the relationship? So back from a short break, I was asking you about being the younger brother. What's it like? Did you get your ass kicked?
Definitely got my ass kicked a few times. Probably deserved it a few times.
Any times that are very memorable that stick out? That you're like, that was a particularly bold ass whooping?
How well does a camera like what do you call it? Like pick up my face?
How good does it pick up?
Yeah, like I don't know if you can see this. I have a scar on my forehead.
I see it.
I got absolutely munched into like the corner of a wall by my brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know. I was like 4.
4 years old.
I got destroyed. That's like probably one of my earliest memories ever.
Yeah.
And I bet you that's why, because I don't remember nothing before that. So anyway, yeah, I got munched into the wall. I got ran over by a bike twice.
How'd you get run over?
I was standing there and my brother was like just like biking along, and then like he'd be looking at me, and then he'd be like whoop, and he'd just miss me like a near miss.
Yeah.
And then this one time it just didn't go to plan. He just absolutely demolished me, and I ended up, and I was like 7, no, maybe not even 6 or 7, like I was young.
Yeah.
And I remember just getting hit, and then I like look up, and there's like a wheel here and a wheel here, and like my brother's like there on the bike, and he's like, oh shit, like, looking down, he's like, oh shit. And then the other time I got hit by a bike.
Sorry, the bike.
Oh, sorry. The other time my brother hit me with a bike was actually like recently. Like I was like 17.
Okay.
And we were biking in On Lake. You know the
2021.
Yeah, it's not long ago. You know all the bridges on On Lake?
Yeah.
So it was raining, so they get like so slick.
Okay.
And Kyle doesn't have brakes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
But I do, right? I had
Yeah.
brakes, so I started stopping, so I was like, it's probably gonna be slippery. So I'll start stopping like 100 feet before this turn. This is a sharp turn. I hit the brakes, and my back tire is just gliding. Like it's literally just dragging. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to like keep it together. I'm trying to like feather the brake to slow me down a bit, but it's literally doing nothing. Like, and then so I'm approaching this fucking railing at like probably like I don't even know, like fast. So I just like bail and like hit the dirt.
Yeah.
And then I'm like yelling at my brother like, dude, fucking stop, like. And then next thing you know, boom, he just smokes me. So I had to go to like physio. I had like busted up my IT band or something.
You actually had to go get it checked out?
Yeah, because I was like this and he hit my knee like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And that's like, you're already 6'4" at that point. That's some two big boys colliding into each other.
Yeah, and a bike.
and a bike in the rain.
Yeah.
That's
Even worse.
tough.
And I literally just got up. I didn't even say a word to him. I was so hurt. I just got up, got on the bike, and just biked home as fast as I could. I didn't even say a word to him. I just cooked home.
That's tough.
But sorry, I kind of got sidetracked by these like stupid stories about me getting hit by
chill.
a bike. But to your original question, what's it like to be a little brother? You definitely get to like watch my brother do like stupid shit, and then be like, okay, obviously I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Like, you know, you might get yelled at for that, or you know, whatever. You might bust something up if you try and do that jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
My brother's always doing stupid shit on his bike. But and then you also get to take the good things. You know, you see him do something that you think is like kind of stupid at first, and then as time goes on, you realize, no, that was a smart decision.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's sweet. Because, yeah. No, Troy, even, not all the time, but he'll like bring it up and he'll like credit me. He'll be like, yeah, like I didn't get into any stupid shit when it comes to like any bad drugs or anything like that, because obviously I'm seeing you and you didn't do any of that, which is good. And I also think it's important. This is something that I've brought up before, but I actually, there's a clip. I think I've posted it. There's a clip where I talk about you on VoV.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And it was basically just talking about how it, like when you're arguing with someone, or when two people are debating ideas, it doesn't even necessarily matter so much about the core content of what's being said, but it's more who's saying what. So if you have like some short nerd who says don't do drugs versus some tall athletic stud who's like, yeah man, drugs are the best, people can look, I'm not comparing us, by the way, people can look at these two people.
Kind of sounds like it.
No. People can look at these two people and say, okay, interesting, I'd rather be like the tall handsome athlete versus this fucking dork. So even if this guy's promoting drugs, which in my opinion are bad, I'd rather be more like him, so I'm going to think like him. So an important thing as an older brother is to not only obviously do the right things in terms of saying like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do a line of coke. It's also, maybe I shouldn't have started with something so hard.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe like, I don't know, smokes weed.
Yeah.
Okay, for example. I also can't be like, I have to also have other things going for me as well. Like he has to see, okay, he's not doing weed, but he also plays hockey. He also has a girlfriend, let's say.
Damn.
He also
That's crazy.
he also what's it called? He also like does well in school. It's like, okay. Like he's not a complete fucking, it's not like he has nothing else in his life. You know what I mean? So
As a podcast?
that's now. I'm just saying like as a younger
That's true.
guy, but yeah. This podcast, you know what's been interesting with this podcast is that I realized like 30 episodes in that I don't have enough to talk about. I'm 20 years old. What am I supposed to say? And this is the thing, is because the reason I started this is because of how universities are and how, you know, they don't like people talking about certain ideas that go against whatever it is, LGBT or whatever. And I'm just trying to share my opinion. So I had to balance the two of being like, should I talk and yap my mouth off for an hour a week as a 20-year-old, which I don't think you should do. I think the young people, definitely people in their 20s, should do more time listening than talking, which kind of goes against why would I do a podcast with university students. But it's that balanced against, I see a problem and I want to do something to fix it. I don't want to just sit on the sidelines and let, you know, people be scared to share their opinion. I'm gonna take some action here. So even though it comes at the cost of being some young dude who's sounding like he's a know-it-all, like I'm not trying to make that. I'm not trying to say that, and I'm not trying to come on here an hour a week and be like I know everything and I have so much to say, because I really don't. I don't know much about life. I'm fucking 20 years old, but I'd rather accept that cost than just let, you know, all these deranged ideologies at university kind of run amok without anyone kind of keeping it in check, which is what I believe I'm doing right now. So that's where I'm at.
You're doing God's work, brother.
Thanks.
No, actually though,
Appreciate it.
like
Appreciate it.
people speak out about it, but not too many people want to say that shit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are maybe not like bought and paid for, but like, well, yeah, that's
It's true.
But
It's
or
true.
just scared to like lose their job. Like,
Yep. I mean, that's the thing is that everyone's
I'm not saying that I'm not scared to lose my job. I don't want to lose my job.
absolutely no, it's true.
I'm gonna be totally honest.
And it's about also just understanding how do I get myself in a position where I don't need to risk losing my job.
Yeah.
So whether it's working for someone who's not going to fire you over some dumb shit like that, like that's a decision you can make.
Yeah.
Or starting your own thing, being your own boss, being like, yeah, obviously I'm not going to fire myself. I can't fire myself. But a lot of people don't really think that far ahead. So they put themselves in a situation, even with the vaccine, which is more of like a controversial thing. I don't know what you think about it, but there are people who didn't want to take the vaccine, but had to because their employment, their job was forcing them to.
Sounds a lot like me.
Yeah, right. With the team.
And
That's
I even
crazy.
missed the first day of camp because I took the vaccine 13 days before camp, and it needed to be 14, so I couldn't come the first day. Like, how
Wow.
fucking stupid is that?
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, no, people need to understand like there's going to be restrictions on you in life, and it's not about like you can be brave enough to speak out against it, but it's going to come at this cost. Like, do you really want to lose your job? And I can understand why people would be like, no, I have to provide for my family. Obviously, I'm not going to fucking risk all these things, but it's about now at this point when we're young, it's like, how do I set my life up in a way that I don't need to face that decision at some point? So, do you still speak French?
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu.
Mais pas très. Very fucking bad. No, my French is pretty ass now. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw Madame Loranger at Ribfest and I think I've lost it a little bit. I understand everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You know what I
something you
mean?
never lose.
Yeah.
Like, I still go to Quebec every year,
Yeah.
and I still understand the Frenchman, but I try to, like, speak back to them, and it's just like...
It's like I forget some like words just go missing.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
And I sit there, like, trying to think, and it's like, you know what? It's just easier if I just say it in English, and you just say it in French, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing the same thing as I am.
Literally.
Trying to piece together English words.
Yeah.
But
That is interesting. Why did you get put in a French school? Does your mom speak? Did both your parents speak French?
no, my dad doesn't speak a lick of French. But
Okay.
my mom, she can still speak French, like, no problem.
Yeah.
And she thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Do I regret it? No. Do I use French? No.
Yeah.
Did I need it? Like, definitely not. But, like, I met, like, a bunch of you guys. I met all you guys and stuff. And,
Yep.
like, I see, like, what the schools look like and around us and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't missing anything, so.
Yeah. 100%. There's something also good about the fact that it's smaller. So
Yeah.
obviously like the kids get a little bit more like attention, good and bad, in terms of like we're gonna catch you if you're up to stupid shit, but also like we're here to help.
Yeah.
And also the African teachers were a huge plus, I think.
Oh, dude, don't get me started about my African teachers. Dude,
Zambu.
I love Zambu.
Absolutely.
Zambu? Respect, Zambu.
Pimp Daddy Zambu. Pimp Daddy Zambu.
Oh,
Still waiting for that chain.
Wait, are you talking about my chain?
Yeah.
No shot, you remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
you know he actually gave me money for it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, straight up. He gave me a check.
When?
Like right before school ended, I think. He was like, oh my God, buddy, I'm sorry. He was actually a beauty. I
That's
wouldn't
awesome.
even really care. It was only like
Yeah.
$50 or something anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that guy was a beauty.
It's especially with the African teachers, because obviously I had that at JSF too, and it's like there's not much of a difference, it seems, with the way they might treat their kids versus the way they treat their students.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they're like
They treat them fucking both like shit.
yeah.
No, they're just hard on them.
They're hard.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a good teacher.
how teachers seemed like 50, 60 years ago, where it's like you had there was the stick and spanking kids in class. Obviously you can do that now.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was a great environment to go and get brought up in. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it definitely like shined a light on like things to come, where we had a fucking Indian English teacher that couldn't speak English,
Yeah.
and she would literally get mad if we talked in English.
Did
Be
we?
like, you need to fucking speak in French.
And we brought that up. Did we get in trouble, I think, for bringing that up?
Probably.
I think Zombu is like coming to her defense.
Yeah, he guaranteed was.
And like I think obviously you can't just let the students go and talk shit about the teacher, but we had a good point.
We did.
We had a good point.
We did.
Why is the English teacher not like less capable of speaking English than the fucking 7th graders?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that was a shit show. And she had maybe the biggest ass I've ever seen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. This thing was wild, dude.
I didn't see.
Okay,
I
yeah,
didn't see.
right, bud.
I didn't see. The craziest one. This episode's gonna end up being like fucking 30 minutes long. So much shit I gotta cut out. The craziest one was when there was that supply teacher for one day in English who was like young. She was like 24. She looked like or something, and I think like someone said something porn related,
Yeah,
as if she wouldn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then she did, and then kept looking over to me and it was like, yo, ask her to come give you a hand with your homework.
Yeah, but he wasn't even slick about it. Like he said but like it wasn't even like he picked something that might not mean porn.
Yeah. Anyways, what else do I got? I have a list here of topics. We're getting off track. You see Matthews is going to be named captain?
I did.
That's pretty sweet.
I did see that.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
You think the captain should be the superstar? That's what the talk is right now. Is like, why are you making the guy who's only the most skilled? Like, it's not about just skill. Even though I think he's more than just that. But
Yeah. But like, we don't know what he's like in the room and stuff.
Obviously.
And whatever else, but I don't know. Obviously, they needed to get some sort of like a new identity after they've gotten curb stomped every fucking time. But yeah, so they're trying to change it up a little bit, and maybe they need to get rid of Mitchie too. I don't know. Like, who knows? Maybe Mitchie's got to go. Maybe he's got to stay. I like Mitchie, but he kind of stinks it in the playoffs a little bit, or he gets fucking hurt or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But no, I think Matthews captain's a good play. I just hope he gets 70 next year.
that'd be sweet. He got it right there, 69. Still a good number.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, like what if you were like, what's the number one most critical move that you think the Leafs should make? Like, do you keep up? Like, obviously, I know you're a Leafs fan, but like, how like are you like? Because some guys are like super fans. Like, I don't know how dedicated you are and like keep up with the news and stuff.
I'm not a super fan, but I definitely know my Leafs. Like, I know most of what's going on. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of the stuff, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I don't even know. Because last year, everyone always says, oh, you need to bring in like a tough guy to like fucking rough people up. So then you bring Revo in. Revo like did his job. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you did well. Yeah. But they still couldn't make it past the Bruins. Yeah. So it's like, what's the deal? Like, what do they got to do to make it past the Bruins? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the problem? Like, it's not like they don't have enough money. No. They have the money. Yeah. They have the players. It's not. I don't think it's their team is bad. I think it's like a fucking mental barrier. Like, they just can't beat Boston. Yeah. Something about like this. I always say it's the jersey, not like redesign the fucking jersey, but it's like it's Toronto. This is what it's like. The whole city. It's like huge on hockey. There's just this curse. And there's so much, the media too, it's got some of the most toxic media in the whole league. And it's tough. It's got to be tough for players. For sure. Yeah. And you got to deal with that like 50% tax shit too. Yeah. Living in Toronto. Like, are you crazy? That too. Like Pappy, 13.25, like, buddy, that's gone. Yeah. Like, he might end up with like 5. Yeah. Isn't that, by the time he pays everybody and that's nothing. Yeah. Okay, it's not. That's a lot of fucking money. It is a lot of no, but like compared to if you were to sign in Tampa. Or there's Dallas. No state tax. Yeah. Is that Tampa or is that might be Texas? Yeah, I think Texas. No state tax. Crazy. But Florida's tax friendly as well. Yeah. And there's 2 teams there. Like there's. Absolutely. And one of them some options. One too. It's not like they suck either. Yeah. Like they're gritty. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, no, hopefully this season's good. I'm looking out. Cross my fingers. Are you still Leafs number 1 or are you Habs number 1?
I've never been Leafs number one, unfortunately.
You bastard.
Only when the Habs are out, which is like bandwagon of me. But
That's fine.
I've been Habs number one. I started cheering for the Leafs because I love my family, and everyone in my family is a Leafs fan. So I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here when my mom, brother, uncle, cousins, dad, grandparents are all cheering for the Leafs and be like, no, I'm not cheering for the Leafs. Like, it's not that serious. I'm going to cheer for the Leafs, obviously hometown team.
Yeah.
So they're 100% like a favorite team, a second favorite team. Hi, Mom. And yeah, but yeah, Habs, special place in my heart. I don't know how to explain it.
Who else like the Habs? Seb. You and
Seb.
Seb love the Habs.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I've been paying less attention to hockey recently. Not because I'm interested in any other sport. Hockey's obviously the best sport. It's just that, yeah, I don't know. I think that like got a lot of shit to do. You know,
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Almost done here.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up. How's the flow been?
Honestly, I thought there was gonna be like some like awkward silences, but there really hasn't been.
It's been chilling.
Like, yeah, it's been fine.
It's good. The first episode I made, there was like plenty of awkward silences,
I'm sure.
but kind of, you get used to it. You find ways to pivot and make things work. But even after it's edited, it's going to be nice and chopped up. So we're chilling.
If I were the one asking the questions, there'd be a lot of ums and ahs and like just a long pause because I just forgot what I was gonna say.
That's fair. That happens to me.
But no, you do a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie.
Appreciate it. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share with the people? A message or just like a last topic that we can even talk about?
I don't know if I do.
Maybe
Actually, I am going to school in like a little while, like not
Yeah.
even long, like 12 days or something now.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Where?
Centennial.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
You looking forward to it?
it's in fucking Scarborough,
Oh, yeah.
so it's gonna be like hour and a half
Yeah.
each way without traffic.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours probably. Fuck that. But yeah, be a long day, but I'll be happy once I'm done.
Deal with the Scarborough mans.
Yeah. Yeah, if I see do-rags, I'm ducking my head.
Yeah.
And if I hear Wagwan, I'm running. I am running.
There's a song. I literally just came across this the other day. There's a song called "The Wagwan Delilah."
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
I laugh my ass off with that.
That's funny. Actually, to wrap up, I do have a last thing. I have 2 videos that I'd like you to react to. I'd like to get your thoughts. We'll pop them up on the screen so people at home can see. And I want you to kind of walk me through what was going through your head in these moments. And
Are these videos of me?
they are.
I cringe every time I watch this.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Dude, I shouldn't have tried to fight someone when I was so gassed. I was like at the end of my shift.
Yeah.
So I kind of cringe every time I watch this fight.
Because you were
it's
tired.
embarrassing. Sorry?
You were tired?
Oh, I was so tired. Like
Yeah.
by the time I actually tried to throw a punch, I was like, dude, everyone kept saying I was loading up. I was like, what are they? They kept trolling me. What were they saying? I was like getting like the boost. I was like boosting up. So I got so many chirps for that. But like, no, I don't know.
So that was that. This one maybe you like a little bit better.
The Oshawa Generals, they start a cycle. Nice behind the back pass from Whitton out in front of Torrance. Despite 67.
I don't know if I've ever even seen this.
Great shot.
Here's a chance off the throw.
Little ice burner. Gotta love that. One and
Yeah.
only. Yeah, that felt good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tough didn't get any more. so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, tough go for that one, to be honest.
Release here by Andrew Whitton goes 5-hole, but it all starts here. Clean win, winger win by Luke Torrance.
That was nice. That was
alright.
that was a quick snap.
Release goes 5-hole just like that.
Oh, is that guy trying to give me a little stick?
Looked
I
like
didn't
it.
notice that. Damn, what?
Nice behind
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna pull up the video. Okay, There's a video
I can look it up.
that was on like TSN, and it's of Shane Wright, and this guy.
I do
Oh my
know
God.
that one.
This guy like scores from behind the net, and I'm just there, and I'm just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I'm just standing there like an idiot.
I remember that. I do remember that video. I don't know. I wasn't gonna pull that up. No.
I thought you were just gonna troll me twice. I was like, "Oh boy." No, that's funny though.
Even though that was those were some years that obviously, as you already brought up, physically taxing, mentally taxing. I still think that was awesome. That was really cool. It's a huge accomplishment. Many people dream to even play. Like I just the thing of me, like I love hockey. I like playing the sport. Obviously, I was talking about how I don't watch it as much, but just playing the sport since I was 3 years old. I've been playing for 17 years till this day. I love getting on the ice. And like, I don't know if I'd say that my highest level of competition I ever got to was JSF, which was just high school. And it was a French high school, French league, which is less competitive. And we were in a lower tier. And not to mention our school was in Brampton. Everyone, like, I think everyone that tried out made the team except for maybe one kid who was like grade 7. So this was from grade
damn.
7 to 12.
Oh,
Right?
what?
Yeah, because JSF goes from 7 to 12. So, like,
And there was hitting?
no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So no hitting.
I was gonna say.
That part too. Always have wanted to play hitting. Never have I played in a league with hitting. I just always have craved that level of competition. High school is awesome. Now I'm in university playing intramurals. Even that, like, it's awesome. Like, it's fun and all. It's not intense competition. I did play tri-campus with U of T, which is like, so you have University of Toronto has 3 campuses. So there's St. George, Mississauga, and Scarborough.
Okay.
So they had a mini league. There was 4 teams, 2 of them in St. George because St. George is a little bit bigger. Anyways, that was higher competition, so that was good too. No hitting still. What else? I say no hitting. There's no hitting if you get caught, or you're not allowed to hit. You can't hit.
Too hard.
Yeah, sure.
You can't absolutely annihilate somebody. But
Yeah.
you can like throw the body a little bit.
Right.
That's how it should be.
Right.
That's what hockey is, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I just trying to say, like, I've always craved that competition. Orangeville, I must have tried out for the Orangeville Flyers like 6-7 times. Never made it.
Really?
House league my whole life. So just trying to paint a picture of how, like, there's a lot of people who crave to be anywhere close to the OHL, and you played like over like 30, 40 games, something like that. So I don't think that that's anything to kind of look over or kind of downplay as I didn't get to where I wanted to get to. I think that it's something that very few people would ever be able to experience and to say when they get older, even to their kids, yeah, I was in the OHL. I was a player for the Oshawa Generals. So just want to say that's a huge accomplishment.
Well, thank you.
No worries.
I don't know if I see it that way. For me, like I when I look back at it, I see it in a positive light, but like it was still like a failure, you know?
I hear
Like
you.
something you
I think it's
wanted-
tough way. It's a tough way to like. I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying, because your bar wasn't the OHL. Your bar was to make it to the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I big picture when you kind of
I'll
step
take
back.
it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
So yeah, no, this has been good. Last thing before we sign off. I was trying to look for a silver Sharpie in this house. Couldn't fucking find it. I got a blue one. I got my Whitton jersey that I want you to sign because I never got you to sign it. So I'll do that. And that'll be a valuable piece of memorabilia, and then we'll sign off. I got some VoV stickers too to send you
right,
send you home with. But yeah, let me get them.
Well, at least if I mess it up, then you can't tell, right?
There you go.
Where do you want it?
On 2 of the 4, wherever.
You know how many things I signed?
Yeah.
Thousands, buddy.
Yeah.
At the start of the year, At the start of the year, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
But yeah, at the start of the year, they literally have just a lineup of stuff. Like, it would be like 100 jerseys, 100 sticks, soccer balls. Like, it would be like whatever. Like, there was so much stuff. And you literally just go through and just go crazy.
Yeah.
And I always felt like, dude, why am I signing this? No one wants my signature.
What about? But there was that thing with that older lady. Remember when she talked to your parents? You told me there's a story about some older lady that comes to every game, or maybe her and her husband even.
Oh, yeah.
And even that, like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, thank you for doing this. That's not great. Let's try it again. Nice.
Clean.
Way better. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That is Andy Whitton. Join us next Sunday for episode 60. I don't know what episode this is, actually. I shouldn't say that. See you next Sunday.
Whoa. You said that you knew what every episode was.
Well, in the future, I can't predict the future. This might be episode 70. So if it is 70 milestone, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll see you next Sunday. Peace out.